FMJ residence. That was my Buen Retiro in Doha, Qatar. Rushing to the border because today is my last day on my Qatar visa. Pit stop, had a Gatorade, had a little bit of food, some bread. This is the new setup. I got this cheap clothes sell mat at Decathlon. I have to do exercises for my back 3 times a day. Otherwise, I cannot stand anymore. I'm seriously, I'm a cripple. It's fucked, guys. It's fucked. Getting old. Also, I stripped the Luci from all its plastic, and yeah, you can see even down. Then with some sing grip, I put back this and I sealed it with some tape. This part I cover it with Gorilla tape. Hopefully it lasts. It was all the plastic was some damage. It was all broken anyway. Qatar doesn't have much to offer. It's a little bit boring landscape-wise, just desert. Now it rained 4 or 5 days in about 3-4 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. So now you see a little bit of green. Even in the desert, a little bit of grass. But yeah, it's mostly flat. And there is nothing. Now I've seen a little bit of the country here and there. There's only like a couple of nicer spots. One is Secret, and then close to Saudi in the south, but also very far from the road. So again, with the bicycle, it would be a nightmare to get there because there are some pistes in the desert, but there's some deep sand and you arrive there and you have to come back. So there is a few dunes near the beach. Anyway, I enjoyed my staying in Doha. I stayed 3 months. I really needed to chill, needed to fix my back. I hang out with the expats that lives here. There are, I think, 200,000 Qatari citizens and over 2 million immigrants living in Qatar. You can be here even like 3 generations and still they don't give you the citizenship. I went to a chiropractor, Dr. George, that put me back on my feet. He's a chiropractor / but also physiotherapist, so he was able also to hint me in the right direction with some exercise that I could do daily, 3 times a day, to manage the situation. I'm here with Dr. George. That was my chiropractor in Doha. Thank you so much for helping me out. This is the last session before I continue towards Emirates.
How's the rest of your spine? Like upper back, neck?
Upper, it's a little better.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it less compressed than before.
Okay. That's it. Oops. Oh, nice. Nice click. On the other side, please. This one. Correct you, please. A little bit. Nice. Last time, yeah? Yeah. That's good. Breathe in and out, just in the middle. That's it. One more. No, that's good. Very good. Okay. This one on the top is actually okay. It's a bit tight, but it's not that bad. That's one. Because it moves back to the middle.
Alright, see, I'm straight. The day is winding down, 15 kilometers to the border. My time in Qatar is over. Yeah, had a good time. As I said, there isn't much to see or do in Qatar, to be honest. Even in Doha, yeah, they have these skyscrapers, buildings with all sorts of amenities, but not very interesting. They have outdoor shopping centers that they have air conditioning, outdoor air conditioning. It's crazy. There is a park near where I was staying that has air conditioning, like gardens with air conditioning. So you can run and it's open air. It's crazy the amount of energy. I don't know. It's freaky. But not very interesting to me. But yeah, I did a few things. Went to the old souk. The old souk was probably built in 1999. There's a couple of parks, museums, yeah. If I'm being honest, nothing to write home about, and I seriously do not understand anyone that would come for tourism in Doha. If you're stopping over because you're flying somewhere and you have one night to kill here or something like that, but other than that, nobody in their right mind would come to Qatar for tourism. The sun is almost setting on Salwa Bay. Qatar must be the safest place I ever been. So you can go to a shopping center where there are thousands of people. You sit down at a table. You put your phone there. You wanna keep your spot, no? But you need to go to the toilet. Maybe some people leave the phone, laptop, the tablet. They go to the toilet, or they go somewhere else. After 10 minutes, they come back. It's still there. Gas station is the same. So many people go to the gas station, get their car washed. While the car is being washed, they sit down at a table, phone, tablet, or laptop, and then they go out, they check the car, they come back, they go to the toilet, and they leave everything on the table. First day after basically 3 months, it's always tough. I've been battling with cramps for a while now, and the headwind this morning, a lot of headwind. Now is okay. It cooled down, and also now it's side wind. Oh man, I'm really struggling to get to this fucking border. Legs hurt, I have cramps. Temperature very different from when I arrived, different season. Now we are early 20s. I think today was 22. The nights are a bit chilly and very humid. All fenced. I don't know, a few years ago, Qatar had problems with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And basically Saudi Arabia blocked the access to Qatar. So they didn't have any goods, nothing. So Qatar had to fly in anything, vegetable, fruit, meat. It was, I don't know if it was like 2020 or something like that. It was a few years ago. I'm done, I think, with the immigration in Qatar side. I've been stamped out. Now I have a little paper. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you. Have a good evening. I think it's the first time I cross a border in the pitch black. But the Gulf countries, very safe, and plus I already know where I'm gonna camp because I'm gonna spend the night where I camped before getting to Qatar. So, all right, I'm in Saudi. They didn't check anything because I sneaked out. Once I had the paperwork, the guy, because with the bicycle, they need to print like a document, a customs. It's a bit weird. You always have to wait a long time. In and out, because they're not used to process bicycles. But the guy printed out the document. I was waiting, and then he told me, yeah, now go and get your things checked, and then you can go. And I went outside, I took the bike, looked around, and I went straight to the exit. I gave the paper and I left. Fuck it. Because otherwise, with the bicycle, they don't check much, but they make you open one bag, the other bag, they take something out, another thing out, and then I have to repack. It's a pain in the arse. Good morning, guys. Very good morning. There you go, a little better. Last night, not the best night of from the camping perspective. I arrived at the same spot. I was checking out the gazebos, but it was a bit windy. It was very humid. You're next to the water, and then I went to the toilets and brushed my teeth, washed my face, and then I saw a guy, and next to it there is the mosque. Then I told the guy, what's there? So I went to check it out first, and there was like an alley that was enclosed with walls, and there was a door. I tried to open, it's locked. Just like, I don't know, maybe some room of some kind. And then I saw a guy that was coming to clean the bathrooms, and I asked him what was there. And he's one of the very few people that the workers in Saudi Arabia, they spoke a little bit of English. And he told me, no, that's the mosque for women, but we keep it locked because it's rarely used. And we keep it locked because we used to take naps. So there is my colleague is taking a nap inside there. And I was like, is it possible for me to put the tent outside in the alley? And he said, yeah, no problem. Then I pitch my tent, I'm inside the tent, like an hour later maybe. The guy comes out from his nap. He sees me and I said, problem? No, I said, no problem. Then it's about 11 o'clock and I was falling asleep, and I think a woman came and she wanted to pray. It was like 11 something. Fuck. And she went to get some of these guys to open the mosque. But then she came back and she decided she was not going to the mosque because there was a man outside. So they asked me if I could move the tent. I was like, fuck. So I took my sweet time. It was like maybe 20-30 minutes to pack everything up again, and I moved here. Stopping for a bit of food here at the gas station before I hit the road. This is a Pakistani restaurant. I got some lentils and bread. It's about it's not cheap. It's about $2.50, I think, $2.60. Buon appetito. Right, off we pedal. A little later, much later than expected, but what can you do? I needed to sleep a little longer and take my sweet time this morning, and I stopped at the little restaurant there. So it rained, not sure I mentioned yesterday, but it did rain 4 or 5 days about a month ago. And as you can see, it created some lakes in the desert. These are lowlands. As soon as it rains a little bit, everything is wet. UAE, 121 kilometers. Tomorrow will be in Emirates. I have to say the gas stations in Qatar 20 years ahead of Saudi. And the toilets 40 years. Let's go get a can of Coke. Alright. So. أنا كارت؟
كان ما مشكلة.
كارت. Okay. Because I don't have water. That's a petrol. Another lake that became a salt flat basically. Now we are a few meters higher, so there's no more water. Fine sand. There's a few dunes there. I don't know if with the light and the dynamic range of the camera you can see them. It's not flat, there is dunes.
I think maybe you need to go.
Thank you very much. Shukran.
Where are you going?
I'm going to UAE. I'm from Italy.
From Italy, okay.
Yeah.
I am from Oman, not from Saudi.
Oman. Then I go to Oman.
Okay.
I go to Abu Dhabi, Dubai, then I'll go to Oman.
Yeah. Oman, where you would go?
I think I wanna tour around the whole country for 3 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I'll see you in Oman.
Okay, inshallah. If you need somebody, you can take my phone number.
Okay. Alright, the day is winding down. It's 4:20. I'll do another 10 kilometers, 10-15 kilometers, then at the first opportunity I stop.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Bomb, petrol, no? Sleep?
Sleep, maybe there?
No sleep? Oh,
Thank you.
hey, danger, huh? Go.
Yeah, there. Good night. Beautiful sunset. I told the police I was gonna camp around here and they said yes. They actually wanted me to get off the highway because it's getting dark. There's a nice place there. Twilight zone. I think here is perfect. I'm gonna pitch the tent there. Good morning, people. My tent is blowing away. I had to quickly remove the fly sheet. And yeah, let me finish packing and then I'll see you guys. Just wanted to show you where I slept in the morning. A little break in the wind. Let me pack before the next wave of wind comes. Road to UAE, 52 kilometers. That's the border town. So the border is maybe 54 kilometers to go to UAE. I checked on my map. I think this is the last gas station. It's on the other side, so I have to cross the highway. But it's the last gas station before the border, so before the border village. So I might pop there, get some cold water or some ice. Back down in the lowlands. And the water table is very high. The wind is killing me. It was mostly tailwind for the first hour, and now it's headwind. I have to hang in there another 4 or 5 kilometers. Then the roads turn right somehow. Okay, now we are back to almost tailwind. It's a side wind but pushing me, and there even more I think. We are going downhill a little bit, but it is kind of tailwind. UAE closer than I thought, 7 kilometers.
Passport.
Yeah, but the passport there, no?
Passport.
No passport?
Hmm?
No passport?
Bicycletouring.
Yeah, only bicycle passport.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the next time I come with a tank.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Even the security stopped me. It's gonna take a while for this border up no. And they kept giving me water. I don't want it. Just wanna go through. So every 2 minutes he was coming with 2 more water bottles. Okay, I think I'm done with the formalities in Saudi Arabia. There is a couple of kilometers to get into UAE. That's it, the flag of UAE. We are in UAE, made it. Easy border, easy. Welcome to United Arab Emirates. Let's go! UAE, country number 69. Abu Dhabi, 343. That's gonna be my first stop if I find a hostel. Mandatory stop for trucks during fog. Seems like a good idea. Day is winding down and the wind is back up bothering me. Tonight it's gonna be tricky to find a place to camp. It's quite windy. There is nothing. The only option is to camp next to the fence there, but fuck. There's no way to shelter from the wind. Now I continue, maybe there where there is that overpass. Maybe there is something, I don't know, but it's kilometers and kilometers of nothing. It's all flat, as you can see. No bueno. Found a place for the night. I will show you better in the morning. Good night, guys.